News is trickling out of the San Francisco front office that the Giants are concerned about the health of Matt Cain. And given the fact that Cain has surrendered 11 earned runs in just 3 innings over his last 2 starts, I'd say they have reason to be concerned. And you should too, because Cain may no longer be able. So what can you expect from Shelby Miller in the second half? Shelby entered June as one of baseball's best pitchers with a 1.82 ERA, but in his next 8 starts he had an ERA well north of 4. It's not so easy the second time around the league. The 22-year-old is a great young talent, but if you're expecting the Miller you saw in the first 2 months to carry your team going forward the rest of this season, you're going to be severely disappointed. Jeff Samardzija certainly started out like a ball of fire, at least in terms of strikeouts. And while the strikeouts are nice, his 4.06 ERA and 1.3 whip aren't exactly anything to write home about. He's on pace to pitch about 50 innings more this season than he threw last year, his first year as a starter. While he'll continue to rack up the strikeouts, as fatigue sets in, his peripherals aren't going to get better, they're going to get worse. Well, looky here! Josh Hamilton hit 2 long flies yesterday and now has 14 home runs and 39 RBI. He's got virtually no shot to reach any of the preseason projections made for him, but that doesn't mean his second half won't be considerably better than his first. If you're still a believer, you might be able to add him cheaply if the guy who has him thinks he's fallen off the wagon. Derek Jeter will be back in the Yankees starting lineup this afternoon against the Royals as the DH and batting second. Good luck, Derek. We're all rooting for you. Break a leg. The shortstop position gets a huge boost today in daily fantasy, as not only will Jeter be back on the field, but Troy Tulowitzki is expected to be activated from the DL today as well. The Rockies will get a double injection into their lineup today, as Dexter Fowler is also expected to be activated from the disabled list. Evan Longoria is back on the field for the 2nd consecutive day today. The fact that he'll start a day game after a night game is a great sign that he's on the way to putting his foot problems behind him. And Josh Beckett is now done for the season after undergoing the knife to relieve nerve impingement. Kevin in Round Rock, Texas writes, Nationals catcher Wilson Ramos has been hot recently. Do you like him? Kevin, I love me some Wilson Ramos, and I think he can be a great fantasy catcher. The problem for me, though, is that he can never stay healthy, and he's prone to being abducted. After Jason Mott went down, the Cardinals' closer spot was in flux with no clear frontrunner for the job. Enter Edward Mujica, who in 7 previous years had 2 major league saves. Fast forward 3 months, and the journeyman has saved 25 of 26 games for the Cards, and is a candidate to be added to the NL All-Star roster. It's amazing what the Cardinals are able to do with players. Their prospects pan out with much higher percentage than other teams, and they are constantly signing free agents that make you go, and have them be major pieces to a winning puzzle. To me, for many reasons, this is the premier franchise in baseball. If you get into a situation where you need to choose between a St. Louis player and someone else, choose the Cardinal. For RotoExperts, I'm Mike Cardano.